By the time Lawren Harris returned to Canada after living in New Mexico, he saw his landscapes, abstractions, and spiritual explorations as one continuous artistic journey. He began revisiting the mountain subjects he had first painted before 1929, using their forms not simply to record nature, but to express what he called the spiritual voice of the earth and the universe. From his Vancouver studio in the 1950s, Harris reimagined familiar mountain scenes, places like Maligne Lake and Lake Oessa, through memory, sketches, and reflection. Featured in the Cowley Abbott Fall Live auction, Lawren Harris's Rocky Mountains belongs to this mature period, a serene and sculptural return to a landscape he knew deeply. The view, centered on Mount Ringrose and Yoho National Park, remained recognizable yet transformed. It's less a depiction of a place and more an experience of its living essence. Harris painted several versions of this composition, from Lake O'Hara in the 1920s to Mountain Sketch 32 soon after, to Lake Oessa, each depiction becoming more distilled and refined. With Rocky Mountains, he reached a new clarity, the powerful canvas delivering a sense of upward motion and inner light, a mystical vibration that seems to rise above the visible. Art historian Roald Nasgard identified four great forces behind Harris's journey towards abstraction. First, his deep spirituality, shaped by theosophy and transcendentalism. Second, his lifelong mission to create and promote a uniquely Canadian art, a vision he pursued with the Group of Seven and beyond. Third, his rejection of the European artistic conventions, as Harris believed Canadian art must be self-defined. And fourth, his embrace of the modern, his conviction that art must always move forward. Yet Harris's evolution never meant abandoning the past. His mountain paintings remained a vital source of inspiration, a bridge between realism and abstraction. By the time he painted Rocky Mountains, his plein air days were long behind him, yet the spirit of those early journeys continued to guide his imagination. In Rocky Mountains, the glacier, its shadow, and the peak of Mount Ringrose dissolve into pure energy. Clouds pulse and swirl around the summit, their motion suggesting transcendence. Even as Harris embraced the modernist flatness of the picture plane, he preserved a powerful sense of space and atmosphere, his bridge between the physical and the spiritual. Lake O'Hara and its valleys were beloved by the Group of Seven. Harris returned there in 1941 with his wife Bess and fellow painter Jock MacDonald, spending 6 weeks surrounded by the mountains that had shaped his art. He later wrote of this trip, "We did very little work, but a great deal of climbing. There is an austere starkness about the mountains that braces me to no end." The artist believed abstract painting could express the spirit of the mountains more powerfully than any literal depiction. Rocky Mountains embodies that conviction. A vision where the material world becomes light, form, and energy, revealing the profound spiritual harmony at the heart of nature itself. We extend our thanks to Lisa Christensen, Canadian art academic and the author of 3 award-winning books on Canadian art, for contributing the essay which is the basis of this discussion. And we also thank Alec Blair, director and lead researcher of the Lawren S. Harris Inventory Project, for assisting with the research on this artwork. We are delighted to share this major canvas by Lawren Harris with collectors at our previews in Calgary, Montreal, and Toronto, culminating in the Cowley Abbott Select Masterworks of Canadian Art live auction on November 26th at Toronto's Globe and Mail Centre.